In this section, we will discuss alternatives to copyright. By the end of the video, you should be able to locate resources on the open web and identify the process for requesting permission from copyright holders to share their works in your courses. When it comes to sharing copyrighted work in your course, it's good to explore all your options. So far, we have discussed the second option, fair use. In this video, we'll look closer at options 3 through 5. While web resources do not have quality control the way that materials published in traditional formats do, more scholars are using the open web as a medium of publication. This list contains a number of resources, including open access journals, virtual libraries, and websites that have been vetted for their quality. When you open this list, you'll see massive online open courses listed at the top. A few years ago, a number of prestigious universities decided to band together and to offer some of their top courses online for free. They used online platforms like edX and Coursera to offer these courses. Underneath MOOCs, you'll see virtual libraries. These are a list of open access ebooks. We discussed in the first section that anything published before 1923 is in the public domain. A lot of what you'll find in these virtual libraries are books that are available in the public domain. Next, you'll see Creative Commons and open access resources. These are search engines where you can go to either find images for Creative Commons licensed images or open access journals. And finally, you'll have a list of research websites by topic. I'll also make this list available in the Moodle course shell for this course. Within the past 15 years, two innovative methods of sharing content online have emerged: Creative Commons and open access. Creative Commons was founded as a nonprofit in 2001 to allow content creators to share their work more freely online. They have several licenses to help content creators share their work as an alternative to the all rights reserved disclaimer found on traditional copyrights. Anyone can share their work online and add a Creative Commons license to let people who access their work know what they can and cannot do with their work. On the next slide, we'll discuss these licenses in depth. Open access is a looser movement with no single organization granting open access licenses. Since the Budapest Open Access Initiative in 2002, scholars, librarians, and editorial boards of journals have banded together to create journals without paywalls. Normally, peer-reviewed journals charge an access fee and are made available on library databases. Open access journals, however, charge the author to publish or are grant-funded. Open access journals still have the rigorous peer review process of traditional journals. Normally, open access journals fall into two categories. Green means all the content is available online for free from the initial date of publication. Gold access journals are those that have an embargo for the first 6 months or a year, meaning that the newest issues have a fee to view them, while articles older than 1 year are available freely online. While open access is primarily focused on journal articles, Creative Commons is used to license images, presentations, and teaching materials in massive online open courses. This chart demonstrates the different licenses available. If you click on the website below, you will see the website where you can create your own Creative Commons license. When using resources with Creative Commons licenses, there are three components to keep in mind: attribution, derivation or share alike, and commercial or non-commercial use. The first component is attribution. In other words, if people who share your work have to attribute you. Derivation, sometimes called share alike or remix, allows people to modify or share your work. For example, you could share a PowerPoint online and allow others to modify it for their own purposes. The third component is commercial or non-commercial, whether or not you will allow others to share your work for commercial purposes. You'll notice at the beginning of this presentation, I include a Creative Commons license. Attribution and non-commercial, which is the fourth license in this chart. In other words, I'm allowing people to create remixed copies of this presentation, but only for non-commercial uses. The attribution means that anyone who reuses my presentation or remixes it in a different way would have to give me credit for it. As mentioned in the last video, it would be a violation of copyright to download an article and then re-upload it in the Carroll Learning Center. Also, you should use library resources for short readings, such as an article or two, rather than using library resources in lieu of a textbook. You'll notice that some databases, like the Atlas Religion database, includes a permalink to share the article. This is a permanent bookmark that goes to the article. Since library databases require a BH Carroll sign-in, simply copying and pasting the web address at the top of the article page will not link to the article itself. If the article you want to share does not have a permalink, just share the citation from the article and let students know what database they can retrieve it in. Some databases, like Atlas, have a button that generates an automatic citation in Arabian format. So far we've discussed fair use, Creative Commons, open access, and library resources as options for sharing copyrighted material in your class. If your use does not fall under one of these options, you can send a formal request to the copyright holder to use their work in your class. In this course shell in Moodle, we have an official copyright permission sheet. When filling the sheet out, be as specific as possible about how you intend to use the copyrighted work and how long you plan to use it. Let the copyright holder know if you're going to use it for a semester or longer, and estimate how many students will access it. The more specific you are about how you'll use a copyrighted work, the more likely a copyright holder will be to grant you access to it. You can use this form to request out-of-print works as well. Once you receive permission from the copyright holder, keep the completed copy of the form in your records. This concludes the third and final video in this course. You should now be able to identify alternate resources, such as open access and Creative Commons, to find teaching materials for your course. Take a moment, review this presentation and its associated links. When you're ready, take the quiz listed under Part 3. Good luck.